Hello people of the internet. I'm just about to film my haul. Got myself a nice glass of apple juice and an Eccles cake. Eccles cake. And now the dog is sitting there watching me eat this. So I'm going to have to eat this and come back and then film my haul. So see you in a minute. Eccles cake. That's it. It's all gone. It's all gone. There's nothing on there, look. Look, nothing. I haven't got anything. All gone. Good boy. Right, hello again, people of the internet. I've eaten my Eccles cake with the dog watching every mouthful. It's like working in a casino when you eat with a dog. After you finish, you have to show him your hands, like pull up your sleeves and make sure, oh, it's all gone, it's all gone. He's still sitting there. He doesn't believe me at the moment. Anyway, it is time for a haul. And I'm not going to say monthly haul because I stopped doing hauls. Last month was the first time I'd done a haul this year, and then this isn't the start of monthly hauls. This is just more stuff that I have bought, and it is quite a lot of stuff, but I think it's mostly because, not because I'm kind of catching up from being on my nose bend, but more was just such a lot of good offers around. I mean, maybe I was seeing more good offers because I was looking, or maybe there just was more good offers around. Anyway, let us start from the very beginning because that's a very good place to start. And first of all, I have these 3 items, and these were all purchased from Art, the actual shop. We took my mum to, I was going to say Blue Water, but I've got the receipt here. It wasn't Blue Water, it was Westfield. Yes, Westfield, Stratford. And I didn't even know there was a Art shop there, and I used to go to Art really a lot when I was into art before colouring, in between, well, you know, prior to this colouring era. I used to go to Art in Islington, the shop, and I didn't know they'd sort of spread out even further. And I had a Art gift voucher. When we went to Stratford, we was walking, I think we was just about to leave. Yeah, we were walking back to the car park, and I said, oh my god, there's a Art there. Have I got my voucher in my purse, you know, my gift card in my purse? And I did. So we went and had a look in Art, and I thought they had some bargains. Now I know they have always got really good prices in store. Like when I used to go, it was where I bought my big set of Faber-Castell Pitt pens. I got them in there for £35 when I bought them in there, which everywhere else at the time they was, I don't know, 120 or something. So they usually do have really good prices. But so I decided to use my gift voucher, and I first of all bought these. Now, I bought these specifically to review because I have one lady subscriber, lovely lady, you know who you are, that whenever I do a water brush pen, she always mentions the Lyra Aqua Brush. Have you tried the Lyra Aqua Brush? Have you compared them to the Lyra Aqua Brush? I really like the Lyra Aqua Brush. And so I saw these on sale. They were, I mean, it says RRP £65. I don't necessarily know that is, you know, it's probably the true RRP, but nowadays you can get them a lot cheaper everywhere. But they were £24.95 for 12, is it? No, 24. Whew. So it's about £1 a pen, so that's cheaper than the Tombos. Also, I went to have a look because these was on the counter, like where you pay, the checkout area, and there was only 2 packets left. So I went over to the actual Lyra section to see whether there was more Lyras there. And the 12 pack was more expensive than the 24 pack. So I bought these, and I'm looking forward to reviewing these and adding to my water brush marker reviews, finally, with the Lyra Aqua Brush Duos. That's what I bought those. I also bought these, and this was before, there's me! This was before I realised there was, you know, at the moment there seems to be a big, I think the 100 sets just come out, and lots of people are using them and saying how good they are. But I literally bought these because they was £12.95, and it said on it £29.50 down to £12.95. It's the metal tin of the black edition, and you've got it's a really nice tin. It's embossed. They're still in the polythene at the moment because I want to play with them and get them out. And I looked them up online the day that I was in the shop. I literally scanned it in and checked on Amazon. And this set on Amazon, when I bought these for £12.95, was over £24, £24 something. I think they've gone down a little bit. Maybe it was Prime Day and they've gone up again and whatever. And I know you can get the bigger set for about £40. But for £12.95, the 36 set, I thought I'd give it a go. So picked them up. And then the last thing I picked up was these, which was a metallic paint pen set. And these were half price. These were £12. So I picked this up because, as you know, I want to get into watercolouring. And this was Derwent. They had a massive Derwent sale when I was in there. When they go, the Derwent stuff always goes really good price. The, I can't remember what else was in. Oh, it's still in its polythene, look. Oh, how beautiful. Yeah, so these are the metallic ones, and this is the first time I've bought a Derwent set of paints, one of these Derwent ones. So I'm also looking forward to playing with that. So that was all bought when we took my mum to Stratford anyway. Then the other couple of bits that I got, random bits I got, was these. It's specifically kept in here. Now this is a set of Scrim Ghost Pearls watercolours, right? And these were actually ordered for me by my husband before Christmas. They were to be a stocking present to go at Christmas, to go in my stocking. Sorry, I had to get rid of the dog again. He's gone now. And at Christmas I had these on my list because I wanted, these are all sort of like iridescent watercolour paint. So there's like a pinky one and a purpley one and a greeny one, and the reason why I wanted them was I wanted to do like fairy wings and stuff like that, something that where you don't really want to colour, you just want a sort of like iridescence, a bit of a light pastel iridescence. So my husband ordered these for me, and they never came, they never arrived. They got dispatched and they never arrived. And he chased them up, and the company said, oh, you know, we've got to go through DPD. Was it DPD? Because I think they're in Germany, this company. Let's have a look. Here's the little card. Yeah, well, it's in German. That side's in German, and that side's in English. But I think they were in Germany, still are. And my husband contacted them, and they said, oh, they're still showing us with DPD. We'll have to wait till they get delivered. Well, they never got delivered, and then my husband noticed that he'd got the refund, and so he actually ordered them again because he was like, oh, you were supposed to get these for Christmas. So they came, they were bought for me, and I was on a kick, clearly, because I then ordered, I had these in my Etsy basket. These are from Renaissance Colours, Renaissance Colours on Etsy, handmade watercolours. I cannot remember what I ordered because I had these in my basket for so long. When I was, you know, I put them in. Oh, I dropped one on the floor. They're like little sweeties. I'd put them in my basket before I was on a no spend, and which was, you know, last year, December last year, and then checked out of them recently. Oh yeah, look at that one. That's an iridescent one. It was the same thing. It was last year. Look, I wanted to do snow with that one. Let's have a look what this one is. It's wrapped up so sweet, aren't they? These are can't remember what these ones are called. That's a silver. So I've got a gold and a silver, and that's an iridescent. And then yeah, this was a sort of like, I think this one was called Snow or something. You can't see the iridescence on here. Maybe you can a little bit. But yeah, so they're all going to go. Wrap them back up. Actually, I should put them in that tin, shouldn't I? But I want to keep them separate so I know which ones are which. Look at the size, though, that you're getting. Ooh! Just keep throwing them on the floor. Look at the size difference between these Scrim ones. Look at the size of them pans. I mean, they're full pans, aren't they? And this is that half a pan? It's a quarter of a pan, I think, because it's not very deep. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was all in polythene, so I can't get that and compare it. I think this is a quart pan, and these are half pans. Yeah, look at the deepness there. You can see the difference. Size of them, though. They were good value for money. Right, let me put all this away and then come back to you, because you don't need to see me wrapping everything back up again. Oh, you get a free sample as well. I got Fortune, which is looks like a gold colour, which looks nice. That's all put away. Brilliant. So I'm keeping these all together because I want to play with them a little bit, and I want to put them in with my watercolours. Okay, next is some incidentals that I bought on Amazon. Now these are tiny little paint brushes, but they're not, well, they're not paint brushes actually, they're more blending brushes. And I have bought these because I was playing with, oh, they're nice and solid. Look how dense they are. They're really nice little, there's a smaller one as well. Let's get the three of them out. Let's show ya. Let's really show ya. So there's a small, medium and a larger one. And they're like little dense brushes. And the reason why I wanted to try these is it was very reasonably priced. Cheap is what I would normally say. And I wanted to try them with my pan pastels, because I use my pan pastels occasionally to do backgrounds. And I wanted something that I could use to sort of get nearer the edges. Do you know what I mean? So let's do this. So if I dip on that like that, oh, look at that, nice. Instead of, I can get sort of nearer the edge. They're very soft actually. Can I get nearer the edge with them? Maybe. Oh, pan pastels are lovely, aren't they? Anyway, that's what I thought I'd buy them for. I'd try them as little pan pastel brushes, and you could buy one set. One set was like, I don't know, can't remember, but say one set was $3.99, or you get 4 sets and it was $5.99 or $6.99 or something. So clearly I bought all 4 sets, but I thought it'd be quite handy because you can use one for blue, one for green, one for yellow, that kind of thing. So I bought those. Put my pan pastels away. The other thing I bought, and they came in this lovely little box as well, is I wanted some blending stumps. I do have 1 or 2 blending stumps, and I bought them from an art shop, and they cost me, I don't know how much. And I saw this kit on Amazon, and it comes with the sandpaper, you know, the thing that you use to sharpen them or clean them off, and then it comes with a number of big ones, and then these little kind of smaller hollowy type ones. And again, I wanted you to use these to do for pan pastels or pastels, even oil pastels, to dip and, you know, and use and get right in the little crevices kind of thing. So that was something else that I bought. And I think, no, that's gonna say that's not it. So that's all the little incidentals, as I call it. Next up is the stuff that I bought from Amazon before Prime Day. So first things first, I bought the Ohuhu 36 skin markers, and these are the, hang on, let's get rid of the wrinkle. Done. These are the Honolulu Bee. Interesting, it doesn't say there. There it is. Hopefully they are the Honolulu Bee. Yes, Honolulu Bee, which are the brush and fine tip. The brush and fine tip is what I like. And I have the 320 colours, but the Ohuhu skin tones, 22 of them in this set, are not duplicated in the 320 set. So I have been waiting for, I don't know how long, for the 36 set to come into stock, but not just the 36 set, the 36 set with the brush and fine tip, because I contacted Ohuhu. I was like, where's the brush and the fine tip? And they said, they're coming, just got to wait a little bit longer. And they did say they would be in June, so in time for their birthday bash or whatever it was. And so these came in stock, and they instantly went on a special price on Amazon. I think they're sort of usually £40, but they came in, I paid $31.99 anyway, so it was a good price. And that's it, that's my Ohuhu Honolulu Bee set, finally complete. So that was the not the first thing, that was the next thing. Next up, okay, now this is all a little bit crazy. I didn't buy this next thing off of Amazon. I bought it off of eBay. Now I have been I'm always into colouring with gel pens, and then I stop using them for a while, and then I start using them again and remember how much I love them. And while I was away on holiday, if you've seen my completed pages from the end of June, you'll see that I did a couple of pages using gel pens, and I was just really enjoying it. And there aren't no pens like the Chromatech or the Colour Technique pens. Colour Techniques are not made anymore, and Chromatech, you know, they're probably the best of the ones that are out there now. And so I thought to myself, oh no, what am I going to use when these Colour Techniques ones run out? Now I'm going to do my gel pen collection video, so you can see that I'm not going to run out. I'm not exactly going to run out tomorrow. But I just started looking around because I've got the Shuttle Art ones and they're all right, but they're not as good. And so I started looking around to see what was out there. And, you know, there wasn't anything new on Amazon. There wasn't any big glitter-only sets. A lot of the sets that you get are like the Castle Art set that are like 50 glitter pens and 25 metallics and all that kind of stuff. So I went and looked on eBay and I just typed in Colour Technique to see if anyone was selling any sets on there. No, nothing. And then I typed in Chromatech, and it was coming up the same price as on Amazon. So you can get the 30 set for £15 and the 50 set for £20. And then there was this one seller that came up, and they had the Chromatech 30 pack. So it's called the 60 pack because you get 30 pens and then the 30 refills for £4.99. What? £4.99, so £10 cheaper than Amazon. And so I bought 4. I actually bought 4 packs. And one of them I'm going to give away because I'm going to do a 5,000 subscriber giveaway. And in the giveaway, I'm going to give away one of all of my favourite things. So Chromatech are definitely up there as my favourite gel pens. So yes, I basically bought 4 sets of these pens and these rules. They're all on the floor down here next to me. Look. There's another one. I can't reach that one, but yeah, there's more of these on the floor. But for £4.99, oh, it was one postage price of £2.87 as well for all 4 of them. I snapped them up, and now I feel like I'm never going to run out of gel pens, but I wasn't going to run out anytime soon anyway. Okay, next. The next thing that I bought was these, and this was still when I was looking for gel pens, and these are fine gel pens. I have a couple of little sets like these. I've got a set of 12. I think it might only be a set of 12 that I've got. And these are the finest tips, and these are not glitter either. These are, look at these as well. You can see how much ink is in them, which I absolutely love. We're seeing the ink sloshing around, and these are the finest. But look at that. But you know, the finest Mandelas. Free Nelson Mandela. Mandalas. These are the finest needle tip pens. Look at this. There you go. So the finest needle tip rollable gel pens, not glitter. And the good thing about them is they are smooth. For how fine they are, and I think they're 0.5. So it says, yeah, 0.5 millimetre. For 0.5 they are smooth. And these were, it's one of them double deals, as I always call them. You know, when Amazon are selling something and it's reduced to, I don't know, $9.99 from $12.99, and then there's still a coupon on it as well, so you end up getting 30% off. I'll tell you what this deal was. Hold on. They were $13.99 normal price. They were reduced to $12.99 prime price, and they had a 50% off coupon. So they ended up coming in at $5.99 or thereabouts. And you can only buy one set because you could only use the coupon once. So I bought one set, and obviously, and then they turned up and I had a go at them and I was like, oh my god, they're really good. It's 24 for that, 24 for £6. How much does that work out? It's like 25p a pen, isn't it? 12. Yes, no, 50p a pen. Wait, no, 50p a pen would be for 12. Yeah, it's like 25p a pen. So then I got my husband to log in with his account the next day, you know, after they arrived, and bought a second set using the coupon. Same deal, because, like, you know, I will use these. Look at the ink. I love seeing the ink in them. You can really see, sorry, you can see the yellow one really good. So you can see, look, can you see that? How fabulous are they? And they will be used. I use the other ones that I have in the really fine mandala books. I actually prefer these over fine liners. I prefer a roller over fine liners. So that was more gel pens that I purchased. Next was these. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. And there's only one person to blame for these, and I'm calling her Maureen. These are not F Meso pencils. These are Brute Fooners. We all know they're Brute Fooners. You see the picture, they're Brute Fooners. I have these. I have the 180 set of these. They are these black Brute Fooners. I love these pencils. I have the 180 set of them. I use them really a lot, and the backup set that I was going to buy of 180, when I bought them, they was like £24. They went up and up and up in price, and I was like, oh, I'll keep an eye out. Well, then I wanted a pencil case that held 100 pencils, and if you've seen my pencil case video, I go through how much I like this type of pencil case, and I wanted one to hold 100 pencils. And this, I think it was £15 for the pencil case. And this set of 100 pencils in the pencil case was £14.50. It was, I think they're £19.99 normally, but there was one of those coupons that there always is. And in fact, they went down in price on Prime Day, but they was still a little bit more expensive than the ones that I'd bought with a coupon. So I nearly bought another set on Prime Day and thinking, get two. But I only need one pencil case that holds 100. So basically, I bought these pencils for the pencil case, and these Brute Fooners will serve as back stock, open stock for the ones that I currently use and love very much. So yes, effectively I bought a pencil case and got 3 pencils because it's the same price for the pencil case. Where's has it gone? I do like these pencil cases. I like the way that you can have all the colours on display at once. So that is going to be used for 100 set of pencils. Next, more pencils. Oh, I never thought I'd buy more pencils after showing you my pencils of shame, but here we are. These are the Starjoy. I nearly knocked the big stack off the table then. The Starjoy Gold Edition, and these have only recently landed in Britain. I know they're in America. The lovely people out there have had them for ages since they was released. And I've watched all the videos, Laurie's videos, Colour My World videos, and I was like, oh, you know, they look really good. She put a lot of work into it. They're not available in the UK. They're not available in the UK. And then they come to the UK, and I think they originally come there was about £69. And I was like, I'm not going to buy any more pencils. But I kept an eye on them, like you do. And they dropped in price to £41, I think it was. Yeah, £41.67. I bought them on the 22nd of June. And so I was like, oh, if I want to try them and I want to follow along with the videos and all that kind of stuff. You know, one of the things I like about them, you've all seen them, so I'm not going to open them, is that they're in set, like, well, the part of them are in sets of 3, aren't they? And I think they're blending 3s. That's what I was led to believe. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But there's like a light, medium and dark, a light, medium and dark in each of the sort of colour wheel colours. So really looking forward to playing with those. And I will do a video. Yeah, just pushed out as I did that. Of my impressions of them, what I think of them. And then the last thing I bought before Prime Day haven't done my pen. Books. I was going to do my books first. I'll do my books after this and then we'll do Prime Day. I've really bought a lot. This is a long one. Anyway, these. The Ohuhu pastels. These are, if you've seen the package of these, or you go and compare the two pictures, or in fact, I'll overlay the two pictures here so you can see. These Ohuhu pastels are exactly the same box, packaging, look, feel, everything. I don't know about the look and feel because I haven't opened them, so I don't know yet. As the Arteza pastels, which I don't own, by the way. The only pastels I own are the pan pastels. But these was on reduced price. I think that was £14 or something. It was just after, you know, I just bought them little brushes things. I was thinking, there's a lot of colours there. I'm going to try them. So I bought these and I didn't see anyone talking about these. I tried to find a review or something about them on YouTube. And I can find loads of reviews about the Arteza ones, which look exactly the same. But no reviews about this one. So I'm going to have a play with them as well. Okay. So, was going to start with the books, didn't start with the books, started with the stuff. So let's move on to the books and then we'll get on to my Prime Day stuff and then we'll get on to my Temu order. Okay, colouring books. Now, as you know, I recently did a large declutter of all my books. There's a whole video about, well, there's multiple videos about it. And I took my colouring collection down by half. I went through every book. I decided whether it was one of the ones I was going to colour in it, whether it was a book that I'd bought for Fantasy Me, or whether it was one that I would really enjoy, and I got rid of, I think it was 185. Over half of them have gone to new homes. There are still some need to be listed on eBay, but lots of people contacted me via DMs and they bought them and they got sent out and they've been received and all is well in the world. So these are new books that there is room for on the shelf and that I really wanted. These are not just me jumping on bandwagons to buy books. I hope. Anyway, so first things first, I bought this. The Little Fantasy Faces. Now, if you've seen my last haul, you'll see that when Hannah Lynn, all the Hannah Lynn books were going for £4.38 or whatever they went down to a really cheap price, I bought the big version of this. And when it turned up, I didn't actually like it because it was whole pages of big faces and I never knew whether I wanted the small one or the big one, and I ended up buying the big one because they're both the same price, and if you're going to pay £4.38 you might as well get a big one. But I knew that I would never colour in the big one, so I returned that one and I got the little one instead, and I know that I will colour in this one because I've got the this one, Enchanted Faces, and I've coloured in this one a lot. And so I bought the Sweet and Simple one as well, so I know that I'll colour in this one. So I got the little one. I also got Maui Mermaids and Island Whimsy Girls. Now I have this on PDF because when I first got into Hannah Lynn, which was about 4 years after everyone else did, I looked through all her books and I really wanted this one. And it wasn't available on Amazon. I don't know why. There was a phase when Hannah Lynn books weren't available on Amazon. And it wasn't available on eBay because Hannah Lynn also sells printed books on eBay and they're printed from a different source. So I bought the PDF off of her website. And I'm just not a PDF colourer. I have printed out, I've done one colouring. It's here, I think. Here it is. I've done this one, which is from this book. Get the glare off it. Yeah, so I printed out a couple off of it, and I've done this one, and I really enjoyed doing it. Look at it, the beautiful. And that's in this book. At least it should be, because I bought the PDF of it, didn't I? There she is. Tropical Blossoms. There. Yeah. So I bought the PDF of it, but I just know that I don't ever look, when I'm going to colour, I go to my bookshelf, I pick something and I colour from it. I never look at PDFs and print from PDFs, and I'm never going to print out all the PDFs. If I did print out all the whole PDF, then I'd probably, it'd cost me more than the book cost. So I decided to buy it. I bought that one. That was a long rambling story to say I bought a book that I already have in PDF, wasn't it? But there you go. I bought a book that I already had as PDF. I also bought the Whimsy Christmas book. It's specifically bought this one because I kept a Colour in Heaven book purely because it had a couple of Hannah Lynn Christmas images in it, and so I decided to get the Christmas book and let the Colour in Heaven go, because paper wise, yeah, they're much for muchness, and I didn't want all the other images in the Colour in Heaven anyway. So, and then I also bought Whimsy Girls Through the Decades. I really like the look of this one because I like this. I mean, there are two of each image. It's done well. So this one has got a background and a disco ball, and then this one is zoomed in, and then this one has got, you know, the camper van and all the peace signs in the background, and then this one is a more subtle background. Even though there's two of each, and I'm not a fan of two of each because I'm never going to colour two of each image, I like the fact that they're slightly different. So big background, zoomed in, not so much background. And I could just like the fact that this was through the eras, like the 50s and the 60s. And I don't know why I like Hannah Lynn images, but I do know that I like cartoony images, and I think that's probably why. I then also bought Whimsy Girls Celebrate the Holidays. Right, just so you know, my Hannah Lynn colouring book collection has now increased from 2 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's like tripled in a month. But there you go. They were £4.38. This one is Holidays, which I watched a flip through. I watched a flip through of all of these, and I only bought the ones that I wanted. I like the look of the fact that, again, the backgrounds are slightly different. There's not so much detail in the second copy. They're a little bit more zoomed in. And there's one for Valentine's Day, and there's one for Chinese New Year, and there's one for Mardi Gras, and there's one for Easter. And it's like, okay, that's handy when you just want to do a little nod to the festive season that's being celebrated. I bought that one as well. And then I also bought this one, and I already have this book. I already have this book, and I have it in the printed, eBay printed one. And the paper is like council toilet paper. It's thin, it's like tracing paper. I've got it here. When you colour in it, I mean, obviously this is alcohol markers, which, as you know, go through, that's nothing. But look how, can you see how wobbly just alcohol markers has caused it to go? That's alcohol markers. This paper is like tracing paper. So it's really, look, up there, it's horrible to colour on. It's worse than Amazon paper, if there could be such a thing. Look, that one, you can see through. I've coloured it, and you can see through the other image underneath there. Look, do you see that? And then this one, I loved doing it, but the paper is awful. And this was my first exposure to Hannah Lynn, this awful paper. And I did say, I think one day I'll re-buy this book on the Amazon paper, and that's saying something, isn't it, when the Amazon paper is better than something else. And so when it was the £4.38 book £4.38 book deal, I was like, well, I did say that one day, and I guess that one day 'tis now. Now this book won't get wasted. I'm going to give it to it's going to go in my mum's colouring box when she comes round. She does like these images, and I can let her play in this and, you know, not worry about her ruining one of my nice books. So that is my new Hannah Lynn collection. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I already had that one. Good. Okay, next is this book, Woodland Watercolour by Claire Therese Gray. And this is a watercolour paper book. So if you've seen my decluttering videos where I went through my watercolour books, I kept a few, I let a few go, and I saw this one, and the images are much more sort of what I would like to paint when I get into, watercolour. So wishful thinking me, but the Kirsty Rice books, not so much, but I can practice in those. The Dana Fox books, they're purely for learning. This is my next step. This is like step 1, step 2, step 3. And I saw it, and I think when it came out it was $18.99, and it dropped in price to £14 something. I think it was £14.12. So I bought it. Next, I bought the only other R.J. Hampson book that I fancy. And this was just before the Amazon prices was going up. So obviously if you're a member of, you know, you saw it, Hannah Lynn reduced all her prices because Amazon put the pricing up. Camellia Angela Covers had to put her prices up of her books, and RJ Hampton had said, you know, he's going to have to put the prices up of his books. So I had a quick look around and thinking, is there any others that I've got, because I don't have all of his, and I watched a flick through of all of them, and this one I was like, okay, I'm going to get this one before the price goes up. I mean, I do love his illustrations. His oceans and his pirates, not so much. There's the steampunk houses one. I quite like that when I saw it in the beginning, and the robot-y one. But there's enough of the images, steampunky and housey images, in his other books that means I don't have to own those ones. But the dragons, yeah, see, look, that's a very steampunky one, isn't it? It's like a steampunk dragon. So that, if I need to do a if I get the urge to do a steampunk one, that will be fine. But yeah, I do like dragons and flowers. So I bought that one, RJ Hampson. This one, I don't know why. I've just got rid of a load of colour by number books, and I even said that I don't really fancy doing colour by numbers much at the moment. But I saw this one, watched the flip through of it, waited till it came out. Like the fact that it's finer details, like the fact that it's fantasy images, and yeah, I bought it. I actually bought it, and when it came, it was printed so badly. So you see the black edge on this one. The one that came, one page would be like that, and the next page would have no black edge at all, and it would actually be about ½ a centimetre cut off. And it was printed so badly, I thought, oh, I'm just going to return it. I can't be bothered. You know, I'm moving away from colour by numbers anyway, and obviously they come back when I said I wanted to return it because it wasn't printed correctly. They said, oh, we'll send you another copy, and I was like, oh, go on then, I'll have another copy. Sent the other one back, and yeah, I will colour in it, but like I say, I mean, maybe it's more of a, I'm just into my pencils at the moment, and but anyway, I bought it, and I only bought it when it was on there, when it first comes out, and it's cheap when it first comes out. And then the last colouring book that I bought is this one, and this was really interesting because in my declutter and my completed pages I talked about this one, which is a patterny one that I finished a page in last month and said I didn't enjoy doing it. This book is too chunked, if you know what I mean. There's too many chunks in it. I said if it was finer details and swirls and things like that, I'd really like it. And a lovely lady contacted me on Instagram and said, have you seen the new Jade Summer book, which is like what you just said you didn't like colouring, but it's all swirls. And so I went and had a look at it, and it's all swirls. It's not colour by number, and it was on the new introductory price. I don't know whether this is Jade Summer's normal price, but it's only £3.99. And I was, yeah, look, that is a bit of me, that. And I was like, yeah, you know something, I'm going to get that. So I got that as well. So that is all the books I have purchased. So take a breather, go and get a cup of tea, because Prime Day stuff is coming. Oh, editing Lily here. I just remembered I also got this book. I got this book. My mum bought me this book when we went to the works. I mentioned it in my what I coloured book, because I coloured it the day that it was bought, and so because I'd coloured it and it was back on the shelf, I forgot that this was actually bought in, you know, between my last haul and this haul. So yes, the Enchanted Earth, got it from the works, or my mum bought it for me from the works. And yes, it is another book, full transparency. This is first thing in the morning, hence the shadows. And I was just editing and realised I'd forgotten this book. So back to the normal video. It's funny, whenever I go on a no spend at the beginning of the whenever I go on a no spend at the beginning of the year, I always think, I'll see if I can hold off onto Prime Day, because I know that I'll get swayed. This is what I bought on Prime Day. First of all, there's this, which is a little 3 divider pencil thing, and I wanted this. I had it in my basket, and I never thought something like this would go on special offer, but I had it in my basket because I wanted to use it just exactly for this. So what, at the moment, it's got some pens. They're not pens, are they? Pencils that I'm using, and I thought I could use it to separate, you know. You should see when I'm colouring downstairs, it looks like a bomb's gone off. I've got all my pencils all laid out. I've got a little group of pencils here because I'm using them, a little group of pencils here. I just wanted something to make it a little bit more tidier. I have a bigger one of these that I bought from the range, which I bought thinking I would do the same thing with it. It's this one here. And this one is just a bit too big for... It's got random stuff in it. When you put pencils in it, the slots are a little bit too big. So they sort of... I don't know. I wanted... This one's taller, so the pencils don't flop around so much. It's got 3 distinct sections, and it just holds the pencils a little bit better. So I had it in my basket for a while to at some point check out. And on Prime Day, the morning of Prime Day, it was like 4 o'clock in the morning or something because I was waking up for work at that time. I was scrolling through my basket to see if anything in my basket was on Prime Day. And strangely enough, this was. I mean, it's only about £5 to start off with, and it was reduced to like £3.50 or something. And so I was like, oh well, I might as well check out with that because I was going to get it anyway. It was in my basket for a reason. So that was first thing that I bought on Prime Day. The next thing that I bought was something else that was already in my basket, and when I looked it saw that it was reduced on Prime Day. And this is the Shuttle Art markers that are the dot end. Now I have a small set of dot ended markers. I bought them last year sometime, and I haven't used them much because I didn't really know, you know, in what capacity they would be used, kind of thing. And it was when I was going through my books. I have 2 books that are sort of dot focused. One is called Lots of Dots, and then the other one is that dot mandala one. And someone sent me a message or put a comment saying the dot markers that you can get are excellent for colouring in those books. And I was like, ah, that's interesting. I have a small set of the dot markers. And then I looked around to see what other ones were available. And I put these in my basket a while ago. And these was on Prime Day. Yes! And I can't remember how much they were. I will look them up and put them on the price. At the, you know, they were quite a chunk reduced. In fact, I'm going to look rather than doing it in the editing. Don't want to annoy myself in the edit. The normal price is $19.99. I bought them for $14.59. This was a good. This is the interesting thing is when there's a Prime Day or something, always look really early in the morning, because sometimes there's a voucher. So the price has been reduced for Prime Day, and there's still a 10% off voucher that they'd forgot to remove that should end on, you know, that day. And first thing in the morning, if you look, or just after midnight, if you're up that time, you get the Prime Day discount. And then there's a coupon hanging around as well. There was a couple of things that I bought that was like that. You know, they had their 20% off for Prime Day, and then another 10% off because they'd forgot to take the coupon on. So yeah, got those dot pens. I then bought these, and I'm not sure about these yet. These are gel pens, and I think they were good value. These were £12 for this set of gel pens. They come in a nice case, which may be well that I keep them just for the case. So they look like that, and it says 145, but I think that means there's, oh, maybe there's 145. I thought there was 72 or something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 72. I've just realised what the 145 is. It's 72 pens, 72 refills, and this colouring book, of which I've got about 900 of, because it comes with everything you buy from the same company. That's 145. Right, so these were £12, I believe. Let me check. They were £14.19. There was another set that had 50 in it that was £12 something, and I worked out price per pen these were better. Plus I thought if I don't like the pens, the case is really handy because it holds, pretty much would hold my set of 80 colour techniques in it. Yeah, so the reason why I'm not sure about the pens is because these are like the Castle Arts and the Arteza sets that have glitter, some swirly whirly ones, which we all know are not very good, some pastel ones, some neon ones, and these ones, interestingly, it did say there was some normal ones in there, and there are some normal ones here, but there's some really nice colours, so that's interesting. So let's try one. Let's grab I think they're going to be just like the shuttle art, so not quite as nice as the colour technique. They look quite thin. Let's grab that green there. Let's grab that green there, and then let's grab a neon. Don't like the neons, but we're pastel-y neon one. And let's try them. Right, let's bring you down. Let's try the glittery one first, which has glitter on the barrel, so we know it's the glittery one. Yeah, it does feel like the nice though. It does feel like the shuttle art ones, so probably a 0.8. I like ones with a 1mm one, and then this was the non-glittery one. That's not bad, you know. That's not bad. That was quite smooth. Oh, it's not non-glittery, it's metallic. It's not terrible. You know, sometimes with the metallic ones, they've got more metal than ink in them and you can't really see the colour. That's not too bad. Quite like that. And then let's have a look at this neon one. Might end up keeping these. I think it's just worth it for the box. Yeah, this is the thing about neons. They're always less viscous feeling. More hard work. I've got rid of all my other neon ones. I gave them away. I think I might have half a set left or something. They're not too bad. They're not that... I'm a gel pen addict. I am so a gel pen addict. But I do love using them. I do love using them, and I have... When you see my gel pen collection video, I do... I have them all categorised. I do dip into them and use them. But this is nice because pens fit in this. I mean, it's not the same size as the pencil one, is it? No, look at that. The loops are too big for a pencil, and pencils would be too long. This is specially for this special gel pen carrying case. So it would be quite nice to have all my colour technique this one and then dump these out somewhere. It's a nice case, and you get the refills. It's always good. Look, you know, at the end of the day, for the money there, you get 72 pens, 72 refills. Yes, I think these are going to stay in my life. Yeah, look, I would love that by the side of me, all my gel pens. Because I do have my gel pens in a plastic, I did have them in a zip pencil case, and it drove me mad flipping between them. Then I chucked them all into a box, which I've shown on a video before. I don't think it's up here, and that's downstairs. And I've got a swatch chart, and whenever I pull these pens out, I'm looking for it, and it drives me mad. I do like them in an order where I know where to go for a pen. So I think I may be keeping this, if nothing else, for the case. So that was a Prime Day deal that I bought. I'm not going to put it back in the bag, just move it to one side. And then I also bought more gel pens. Now these are knockoffs of the Papermate. Is it the Papermate ones? The really fancy ones. These are not glittery. These are by Line On, and these are by Shuttle Art, I think, or vice versa. Yeah, Line On and Shuttle Art. And interestingly, when you look at the Line On packaging, I think it says Line On is a subsidiary of Shuttle Art somewhere. Yeah, there we go, down there, Shuttle Art. So they're likely both the same pens. There's 20 in this pack, there's 24 in this pack. And these are not glittery. And I specifically wanted, I want a range of non-glittery pens, because sometimes when I'm colouring in gel pens, and I do, you don't always want the glitter. Now I've had a play with these. They are very similar, the pens are very similar. I'll do a review proper rather than showing you here. These ones feel very much like the Papermate ones. Their ink capacity is enormous, and they come nicely sealed, which is always handy with a little bit of, you know, gloop on the top of them. And they look like 0.8s, you know, 0.8mm. But when I started playing with them, they were juicy, and they felt like they flew. they flowed really nicely when I was playing with them. So I thought to myself, do I need both sets? But what I wanted to do is I wanted to compare them, because I do like doing the old comparison videos, don't I? And I also wanted to have a range to see whether the colours spectrum were the same, and they are. I mean, I know which 4 colours are in this one and not in this one, kind of thing. But they were both, you know, I can't remember what their prices were, but they both was reduced heavily for Prime Day. Okay, so then there's one more thing from Prime Day, and then we go on to Temu. Okay, so there's one more thing. Well, there's not one more thing from Prime Day, because I also bought a phone case and some jigsaws. I'll show you the jigsaws in a minute, actually, just in case you're interested. I also bought, and everyone who knows, who saw my community post at the time and were egging me on, Jane, I'm looking at you. I bought the 100 set of the Derwent Inktense. They were reduced to under £100. They were 95, 99, something like that. You know, if you go on Derwent's website, they're 240. If you go on Cult Pens, they're 240. I do have a smaller set already, and I have used them, but not in colouring books. This is the interesting thing. I've only ever used these when I was doing art journaling and things. And I wanted the new colours. And the new colours, if you buy them from Cult Pens, cost £48. So this was double the price for 72 more pens. And I thought to myself, so many people egged me on. I am a lemming. I was egged on by people. But no, I wanted them at the end of the day. And I do, like what I did before I actually pulled the trigger, because obviously Prime Day is actually 2 days. I'd seen them on the first day. I put them on my Instagram and went, look everyone, bargain, I am resisting. I put them on my community post, look everyone, I'm resisting. And people was going, oh my god, that's so cheap, pull the trigger, it's only 2 days. What I did was I got out my smaller set of Inktense, and I went downstairs and I coloured with them. And I blended them out, and I did them in a little bit in a Rita Berman book, and I did it in another book as well, and I can't remember. And I was really enjoying it, and I thought to myself, okay, if I did it and I didn't like the way they came out and I didn't enjoy the process, I wasn't going to buy these. So I went to bed that night, and then I woke up in the morning and actually, did I go to bed that night? Me and Maureen were chatting on Instagram, and no, we was going to work out who pulled the trigger first, and I went on Instagram to say, I've done it, I've had a play with my ones that I've got tonight, and I'm going to do it. And she'd already sent me a message saying I've pulled the trigger as well. So yeah, it was a good deal though. I know that, you know, probably now they're probably 150 quid on Amazon. They're still not their full price, but yeah, there you go. I bought the Derwent Inktense full set in the beautiful tin. Look at that tin, it's gorgeous. These actually smell like citronella candles, because I also bought some citronella candles for our motorhome, and they came in the same box. So this now smells of citronella, which is quite nice if I don't want any flies to hang around them. Okay, so that was all the stuff I bought for Prime Day. So these are the jigsaws that I bought, and if you're not interested in the jigsaws, go to this time and you'll miss the jigsaws. But I bought this 500 piece jigsaw by Ravensburger. It is beautiful, and I cannot wait to do it. Just like colouring supplies, I put myself on a jigsaw no spend, so this was a treat. I haven't bought any jigsaws since last year, end of last year, so, or, you know, since whatever I got at Christmas. I also bought this jigsaw, which is a double jigsaw. This was a very good price. It's got 2 Colin Thompson jigsaws in it, and I love Colin Thompson jigsaws. I've done 3 in the past. I've kept one of them. The other 2 I let go, but I've never done these 2. This one is, I think it's like a garden one, and then this one is a kitchen one. It's got all like little kitcheny bits in it. But I really like doing the Colin Thompson jigsaws, because it's like, you pick up a piece and you look at it and you go, oh, it's that part of that cake, it's part of that oven glove, it's part of this, that and the other. I just love Colin Thompson's artwork. And this was a good price. I can't remember what price they were now, and this was as well. And then on the last day of Prime Day, I also bought this jigsaw puzzle. This was £5. It's 1,000 pieces. It's a no-name brand. It's one of the gradient type, and it's round. I mean, I like the gradient type ones because I find them quite easy to do, because you know where you pick up a piece, it's red, you know it goes in the red section. And I like doing round puzzles, and it was only £5. So they were the puzzles I bought. You don't need to see my mobile phone cases. So let's just say I had a really indulgent Prime Day, eh? I'm sure this video is going to be really long, but I also have some things that I bought from Temu. Temu. Now, I'm blaming Wendy's colouring for Temu ordering, because I had never even heard of Temu. I am so out the loop. I don't watch, I don't know, influencer videos where you know what I mean. I don't watch people's videos where they talk about Temu, so I didn't even really know what it was. But I watched Wendy's colouring, and she did a Temu, and I was like, what's Temu, kind of thing. I looked it up and I was like, oh, it's like AliExpress and Wish and all that kind of stuff, and I avoid them things like the plague. Don't know why I avoid them things like the plague, because at the end of the day, you're still buying from China when you're buying from Amazon. I just have not pulled the trigger on an AliExpress or anything like that. But then I made the mistake of going to have a look. While we was on holiday, I was laying in bed one morning, I thought, what is this Temu thing then? And I pressed the button and I had a look. And it instantly came up with, oh, you've got a coupon for £100 off. And it was like, if you spend £10, you get £2 off. If you spend £20, you get £5 off. If you spend £50, you get £18 off. And I was like, oh, and everything's really cheap anyway to start off with. And I was thinking, wow. And it was like, this only lasts for 24 hours. And I was like, oh, okay, well, let's see what they've got. But let's be good. I was good. I'll show you what I bought. Hold your breath, people. I bought the 300 set of Watercolours pencils. Now, on Temu, this was £53 something, £54 we might as well say. Let's round it up, £54. Now that is about just over half the price that you can get it off for on Amazon. And then, because it was over £50, I was going to get £18 off of it. Now, my maths in this moment in time is not quick enough to work out what 54 minus 18 is, but editing Lily will probably put it on the screen. And that is a really good price for the 300 Watercolours pencils, which I can't believe I've actually bought. But I did. Now, did they come well wrapped? They came. I bought a couple of other bits and bobs for the caravan. I bought some caravan hooks, and they was packed in with this, and you can see where they've dented my box. That's what them dents were. The caravan hooks were like the hooks that go over the door and then you hang things on them, and they were 38p each, and I bought 3 of them to hang tea towels on in our motorhome. But that's beside the point. Right, let's get it out. And then you can see how well packed it came. It comes in the 2 squashy things, and there, and there is the Watercolours box. Look at it. Ding, 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 ding. Aren't they beautiful? Interestingly, I do know why it says Premium Expert and Soft Touch in there. And if you think about it, what other pencils say Soft Touch on them? What other pencils say Expert on them? And what other pencils say Premium on them? And that will give you a clue. Anyway, I am going to open these and play with them, I think, on camera, because I'm saving them for a play date with myself when I have time, because obviously I work. And this week's been a real work week, actually. I've got, last week we snuck off half of the week in the motorhome, and I worked for the motorhome, and it was I did what I call surface work, where I've just got to do reports and things like that, and scheduling and things where I don't have to sit and concentrate. Whereas last week was a work week where I did system changes and stuff like that. So I'm going to wait until I've got time to have a nice play date with myself and get these out and stroke them and smell them. And so that was what I ordered from Temu. And I also ordered, let me just move this out the way, because now I was only think it was £5. No, if I spent another, so it was 54, and I bought this. Oh, where's the other thing I bought? Oh, yeah. I bought this, and this was £1.28. Now, I have the little one. Look how little it is compared. That I bought off of Amazon. I paid £5 for this off of Amazon, and this one is about £8 on Amazon. This was £1.28 on Temu. It's exactly the same. It's the same. So you can see that it's just the bigger version. Just get it all lined up of that. And I'm going to put this one in my travel bag, and then this one's going to stay here because it's much nicer having a bigger one. I am blind as a bat, and so it's nice to have the big one here for me to. You can see where my hooks were. See the hook marks on it. But it was £1.28. I don't care. It's going to get bashed up anyway. So I bought that as part of it. I also bought this, which is a pencil wrap, and I have this exact pencil wrap in my basket on Amazon, not because I particularly need a 48 pen wrap, but because I absolutely love the pattern. It reminds me of Starry Night, and I saw it on Temu, and it was £1.68 on Temu, and I was like, oh, for £1.68 I can get it, can't I? So I did. I'm probably going to put my travel set of Artisas in there because I have them in this one at the moment, which is nice enough. But these you know, little deer things are not really. This is my style. It's not so much, but yeah. And I like the fact that it's black lining as opposed to white lining, because with the white lining you get all the pencil marks at the top. So yes, I bought that as well in my Temu haul. I also bought these, these were very, very reasonable. Now these are sticky notes, but they are transparent or semi-transparent sticky notes, so you can write on them. And I thought they would be really good because one of the things I always forget to do is write down on colouring pages what pencils I'm using or the date of things, and so it'd be quite nice for me to use these to put on pages. Look at that, you can't even see it, and just write what I used, so that when I go back to it I go, oh, okay, that's what I did, that's what I used. So for the 28p or whatever it was these were, and the funny thing was, I was trying to get my order up to the next level to get £5 off. So I added, you know, I added 2 of these in it, and I added the pencil roll in it, and I was like, okay, I needed to spend a little bit more money to get another £5 off. So I bought these, which are the Color macaroons, but the 72 set. Now I have the Brute Funa macarons. I keep saying macaroon. I know it's macaron. I've got the 50 set, 48 set, 50 set, whatever it is, of the Brute Funa macarons. I love them. I really, really like them. And I looked up if these colours are in the 300 set, and they're not. So these are like the pastel shades. So these are not featured in the 300 macaron sets, in the 300 Color set. And I thought, you know, these were £23 on Temu, with the extra £5 off that I was going to get for getting to the next, you know, whatever it was, £75 or whatever it was. I got another £5 off of them, so they ended up working out £18 something. So yeah, I think my Temu order come to 75. It ended up costing me around 50 because of the discount. But then if you actually look at your invoice, you know, everything is half price anyway, because it says that these are £46 down to £23 or whatever. But that's it for Temu for me. I don't really try not to buy a lot of cheap, you know, stuff. She says buying all the cheap Chinese pencils in the world. But yeah, I think I've scratched the Temu itch. I've seen what it's like. I've got the 300 set of Color, which I can't wait to play with, which I didn't need, but meh. There you go. So that's it. Wow, I've no idea how long this video is, but the sun's gone down outside. It hasn't really yet, but hey, I've been up here a while, so I shall thanks very much for watching. If you're still here, well done. I'm going to give you a word. If you're still here now at this time watching me this far, put in the comment bulldog clip. Because I don't believe that anyone's still here watching me ramble on. But thanks everyone for watching. Take care. Alright, bye.